Dates in history. Dates are very essential part of history. Without dates, history is incomplete. So, here we will understand how do we calculate dates in history. To understand about the history, we should know the dates. Accuracy is required. Which thing happened in which time period. So, to understand it, we will understand the timeline or the dating system of history. Now, before understanding the dating system, we need to see the abbreviations. What are these abbreviations? Let's see. First one is BC, which is before Christ. Second one is BCE, which means before Common Era. AD, which means Anno Domini. CE, which means Common Era. And C dot, which means circa, is approximately. Now, what is this BC, BCE, AD, CE and C dot? So, when we calculate dating system in history, we take 0 AD, this time period, as the birth of Jesus Christ. Before this, we calculate dating system in BCE or BC. After AD or 0 onwards, we calculate dating system as CE or AD. Now, when we talk about BC, it is before Christ, which means before the birth of Christ or before Common Era. Nowadays, we have started calling it as BCE. That is more plausible term. Otherwise, BC and BCE denotes to the same thing. When we say AD, which is Anno Domini or after the birth of Jesus Christ, and CE, Common Era, these two abbreviations denotes the same thing. Now, let's understand it through this time frame. As you can see here, 400, 300, 200 and 100. This is coming in a reverse direction. So, we calculate the time period or the dates before the birth of Christ in a reversed manner. Like 400 will come before 300, 200 will come after 300. After AD or after the birth of Christ, the number system, or we can say the years will move in the ascending order. So here 100 will come before 200, 200 will come before 300. So it is what we are saying in an ascending order. But before the birth of Jesus Christ, it moves in the descending order. 400, 300, 200 and then 100. So this is how we calculate dates in history. Now when we say C dot, which is circa or approximately, it means somewhere near about that time period. Let's say, example, if I'll say circa 300 AD, it means somewhere around 300 AD. This is not the accurate or exact time period, but yes, somewhere or estimated time period. Now, importance of the timeline. What is the importance of this timeline? First, it helps us to understand history. History in a way we should understand. Like for example, when we talk about timeline or dating system, we understand history in a chronological manner. Now, what does this chronology means? Chronology means something which is coming in a sequence. For example, when you study mathematics, you will study 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is what we are calling as sequence. This is how we understand history also. It is called a chronology. If the ruler or the time period which is belonging to 200 AD is coming, we will not study 1600 AD first. We will first understand about the 200 AD, which follows 300, 400, so on, and then we will study about 1600 AD. So this is the relevance or importance of history. We study relevance or importance of timeline. This is how we understand history in a chronological form with the help of dating system. Second, it helps us to place events in a time frame. When we know the dates or when we know the years, it becomes easier to us to put the events in a time frame, when they actually belong to. Third, sequence of the events. Through timeline or dating system, we can easily understand the sequence of the timeline.